Hey guys, welcome to another Splitgate 2 video. I was just wondering what kind of modes you wanted to see in Splitgate 2. Go ahead and leave those modes in the comments below, or if there's a mode that you think is your favorite, a staple that has to be there, really things like that. So this is one of the new modes. It's temporary as of right now, called Graffiti. And Graffiti is a mode that is very unique to Splitgate 2. It is a mode that you have to control portals, or portal walls. So in order to get control of a portal wall, you have to portal through that wall. And you can capture multiple walls at once. So how it works is, you start out with all white portals, and then as the game progresses, if it's a blue portal, your team controls it. If it's a red portal, the enemy team controls it. And you can put portals down to walk through those walls. If you walk through walls that are both enemy walls, then you will take both of them. If you walk through a friendly wall and an enemy wall, you'll just take over the enemy wall and not your own, right, since you already own it. Now, in order to play this mode, or at least what I found the most successful, is using shotguns, because you're going to be portaling a lot. You're going to end up in close range with a lot of people, and the directions are going to be crazy. And something I just wanted to bring up is a great way for beginners to learn how to portal. Now, I actually discover it in this video. It's kind of funny, and it might seem backwards to some of you, but I mean, it worked for me. So I had played Splitgate 1, and because of that, there wasn't like this E button that you could portal. So before, I didn't want to use this button. I had my portals mapped to two separate buttons, and the close portals on two separate buttons. Now that is all great, and actually I really recommend you keep the close portal button so you can close a portal quickly. But what I've discovered is that the E button, or whatever button you have, if you're using a controller, in order to portal, actually makes things a lot easier, and it's very beginner friendly. And I believe it is this round that I start using E, and so I'm just going to show you what I mean by how easy it is. So you see here, I'm just pressing E to portal, and notice how the color portal that's there is always going to be the right one that I can always walk back into. Whereas before, I was really struggling with that idea, forgetting which color portal was on which button, and if I could back into the wall or not, and often having to make two portals at the same time. Before using this button, I was wondering how on earth people were putting portals down so fast and taking so many walls that I couldn't take as fast. I could never keep up. But I really feel like using this button, especially if you're a beginner, really helps you with that. Now, I think Graffiti is a great mode to play to get to learn portaling. Actually, through Graffiti, I've learned of different areas where portal walls are, like on the floor right there. I actually hadn't noticed until I was playing this mode, which is a good thing. I think it helps you learn more maps and learn different things about the portals, and maybe even how to use them more effectively. Like I might start using the E button more often, and I think you should probably use that button often as well, especially as you are beginning portaling. It's an easy way to go in and out of battle, right? If you're coming in and you need to walk through and you need a guaranteed portal behind you, this way you won't mess it up. I mess it up all the time when I'm trying to use the manual portal buttons. So this was a really nice discovery for me. And you can see that it's working pretty well in this game, I think. Right, sometimes I use two, and sometimes I freak out when I had a lot of portals right there. But overall, it's actually just a fairly effective method. Now, with this mode as well, I think it's something that's really important to secure longevity in Splitgate 2. I don't even necessarily like this mode. I think there's a lot of things about it that like turn it away from an FPS into this weird kind of gimmicky thing, but to be honest, I should expect out of this game, because this is a gimmick or a mode that only this game can pull off. And having modes like that give people reasons to come back and play your game. So I think that's important for the success of Splitgate 2. And you can see here, like, it's fast, right, when you just use E to portal. And honestly, it's more controllable. Like, I know where I am more often and where my portals go, which is really cool. Again, you really should use the shotgun on this mode. Maybe I'm gonna start a whole war where no, using the shotgun on this mode is so toxic, but hey, I mean, like, if you can't tell that this dominates in this type of mode, I'm so sorry. But yeah, this mode is just really important for the longevity of the game. You'll only be able to do this type of mode in this game. Other games that have unique things about them just stick around a lot, right? Like, you have staples and things like COD where the kill confirmed is there, and other people have been able to copy it because they can have the same mechanics. But these portals make Splitgate unique. The cache boxes in the finals make it unique. And when you stick to that, there's a reason to play your game, or a reason why it's never gonna fully die. Someone probably likes the game for the portals, right? I mean, it's one of the main reasons to play. So when you have modes like this, if you enjoy them, then they got you. Right? You can also, if you didn't notice just right there, you can walk through enemy portals too to take control of portals, the portal walls again. This is also useful. I haven't seen too many people do that, so maybe they are not aware of it, but just something to keep in mind as you play this mode. If you happen to like this mode, just some different tips that will help out. Right, but yeah, this mode is the beginning of something good for this game. Now, the important things are going to be, especially since this is a limited time access mode, to find ways to keep it or continue to find innovative modes that use what the game has as a central mechanic. As people get better, they will probably be using these portals a lot more often. So finding ways to keep the game interesting, so it's not always the same, will keep it around. And we've seen this with Halo too, right? So Halo has a very solid foundation, good arena shooting, and then they made fun modes like Fiesta, where you spawn with different weapons from the game and get to use those different weapons as a way to introduce you to them. And you had Grip Ball, just using different fun things or unique weapons from the game in order to keep the game interesting. And that is what this mode is doing, which is why, though I don't like the mode that much, I think it's a very important mode and a huge step for this FPS to stick around for the long run, rather than be dead like Splitgate 1 had. And I honestly think that the gunplay, the foundation the game is on, is good enough to keep it around. I think it's fun. I think if you haven't tried the game yet, you absolutely should. If you haven't tried Grafitti, give it a whirl. Maybe you'll like it, maybe you won't. I mean, like I said, it's not my favorite mode, but I understand the foundational reason that we need this mode in the game. So if you enjoyed this, go ahead and like the video, subscribe, and just a reminder, if you haven't written in the comments what modes you'd like to see or your favorite modes from any shooters really, to go ahead and leave them in the comments below. and I'll talk to you in the next video. Have a great day and have fun gaming. See ya.